Well, the weather held out for us, and thank God it did. We've been meaning to do this for some time. This is a real fun event, and it's easy to see why. When you walk up on the site, if you saw this anywhere in America, you'd say, geez, that's quite a playground. This is quite a facility, and we're proud to have it here in New Bedford, and specifically in the North End, specifically in Brooklawn Park, because in my view, the North End has deserved a first-rate playground just like this for a long time. And it's been a long time in coming, and a lot of people have been involved in making it happen. But at the end of the day, and I'll go through that, but at the end of the day, this is a great way to allow kids to have fun. I mean, today's kids, and I hate to sound so preachy about this, but we're all adults here. There are no kids here, so we can talk in these terms. I think most people feel that kids spend a little too much time in front of the television and in front of the computer, in front of video games, and they interact just with an electronic device way too much rather than their friends getting out and running around outside, as we all did when we were kids. Just this morning, I told my kids to get the hell off the couch and get outside. So this is very near and dear to my heart in that way. But it's true, but we need to give them good spaces to run around, and this is it. I mean, this is fantastic. It's been evolving. This part of the playground came up first a couple of months ago, and then the splash pad, which is really cool, was finished up in the last month or so. So I'm pleased that we can do this. This is money well spent, and there are lots of things to go around. The planning for this was started during the last administration with Pat Sullivan playing point then and continuing to play point as the construction unfolded over the last several months. I told Pat earlier that this is the end of my nagging him. So it turns out that I spend a lot of time here in the summer because I coach one of my daughter's softball teams. I was the third base coach this summer, and which is an easy thing to do. I just gave the steal sign like this, and then I went back to my email during the ball game. But I ended up parking here almost 3 times a week, and then Pat would have to suffer through my phone calls about the progress of the project, and here it is. I mean, it looks great. This is something that we can be proud of, and there are a lot of people who deserve credit. Let me start first of all with the neighborhood. This is a neighborhood that deserves a facility much like the facilities we have at Bedford Park. This is a neighborhood that's been ready for a great facility to take care of and to nurture and to be proud of, and so this is a wonderful opportunity. It's thanks to their efforts over time to make this happen. It could not have happened also with strong advocacy from the City Council, Steve Martins, as well as former Council Linda Morad, who really championed this project from the start and recognized that this is something the North End certainly wanted but deserved as well. And Steve will come up in a moment to talk a little bit about the history of the project, but strong efforts from the City Council were vital to getting this off the ground. In addition to that, in addition to their hard work and Pat's hard work, this project would not have gotten off the ground if it weren't for funding from the federal government, from the Community Development Block Program, which funds so many important things in our city. And I've said this time and time again. We have a lot of great things in New Bedford that were paid for out of CDBG funds. First and foremost are the cobblestone streets in the downtown area, which were paid for out of that program in the 1970s. But there are many others, playgrounds and other things that we sometimes take for granted. There is a role, in my view, for the federal government in the development of cities like ours. Sometimes we just need a little extra money to make things happen. The program has been cut tremendously over the years. In the mid-'70s, New Bedford got about $13 million in development block grants from the federal government. Today, this year, it's $2.3 million. So it's just a fraction of what it once was, despite the inflation over 35 years. So it's an important program, and our congressman, our long-time congressman, Barney Frank has been fighting for the preservation of the program for so long, and it's through his efforts that the program hasn't been cut more than it has, and it is a big help to our city. And as Gonzalez Drolet is here representing Congressman Frank's office to talk a little bit about the program and Congressman Frank's efforts to support it. So kudos to both Congressman Frank as well as to Senators Kerry and Senator Brown in those efforts. And then last, let me just say that you know, through the work of our city employees, Kenny Blanchard is here from DPF, and the support of the Park Board. Pete Boswell is here. Ross Moran from the Recreation Department is here. They really put it together at the end, and as well with help from a number of contractors who really put a nice finishing touch on the place. And so, you know, we're very proud of our city employees and not just the effort that they put into projects, but the love. And I don't mean to sound trite about it, but it really is. You know, they live here, they care about the city, and they hold our projects and the work they do for those projects to high standards. So, so thanks to you guys for doing what you do. With that, let me just call Pat up for a moment so that he can give you the details about the project. And you know, there's more than meets the eye here. There are a number of interesting features here that are worth highlighting. So, Pat, let me ask you to come on up, and thanks again for everything you did.
Thank you very much, Mayor, and thank you for those great words about the Community Development Block Grant Program. And I know that you view the importance and significance of the program, and greatly appreciate your support for that and sharing your vision for really improving the quality of life. And I think the CDBG program does that, and projects such as this is something that goes along with your spirit in terms of revitalizing neighborhoods, improving the quality of life for our citizens. And thanks so much for your great support. You know, the mayor touched upon a lot of great things, and you know, I just wanted to reiterate the community input process for this that began a couple years ago. There was a core group of 25 to 30 folks that met 4 or 5 times and really helped shape what we have here today, and I really want to thank their efforts. Some of them are here today, and thank you all for your great support and guidance in helping shape this project happening. I want to just single out a couple of folks, and one, Richard Bruce from our office. Richard was the construction manager in our office, and he had complete oversight day to day on this project and did a fantastic job. And as the mayor said, we had some stops and starts and some challenges, but in the end, everything came together. And I want to thank Richard for his great efforts, and Ken Blanchard and Department of Public Facilities, and Ron LaBelle and Department of Public Infrastructure helped with a lot of the drainage issues here, and just a lot of great efforts on a lot of folks. And you know, I know Ross Moran, the Director of Recreation, indicated earlier that he's really excited about this happening, and really can plan for some great programming here this summer and spring. So I just wanted to, you know, point out a couple of features. The water feature probably is the signature piece of the park. When it came live a couple of weeks ago, I know it was late in the season, but there were a lot of kids out here really having a ball, and it's kind of a synchronized sequence to the water features, and it's a great thing. And that was something that really the community said they wanted to have, and we really wanted to make that the focal point of the playground, and it did. It came to that fruition. So really, maybe just in summary, I just want to point out that this park was donated many years ago by Daniel Ricketson, and where that water feature is a section where his home was, just in this area, and we want to preserve the legacy to him. And certainly the monument will be going back in a location. We'd like to add some additional informational kiosks that really tell the story about Daniel Ricketson and his wonderful philanthropic donation to the city of this 85 acres of a great park. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mayor, and certainly Councilor Martins and former Councilor Morad for your great support. And Inez, with Congressman Frank, has been a tremendous partner in the city and really has supported all of the community development block grant programs and events, and we thank you for and hope to see you for many years in the future supporting these federal programs. Thanks, Mayor.
Thanks, Pat. Now, in the wintertime, is it true that the splash pad will shoot up ice cubes? It's an all-year facility. Let me call up City Council President Steve Martins, who's been, as I said earlier, a champion of the project from its inception, and this is Ward 2, and it's his ward, and I know that he's very proud of this project and the work that he and others did on it. So, Steve, come on up.
Thank you, Mayor Mitchell. First, I know the mayor has thanked many people. I know that Pat has given the history of Brooklawn Park. But first, and again, and I want to continue, Council Morad and I just really want to thank the participation from many of the community members who are here today, who at times, Pat, I, and Council Morad were playing referee with many community members because there were so many bright ideas for Brooklawn Park, and that's okay. We really try to incorporate every idea from each of the community members in this park, and as you look around, there's all your ideas placed here. Now, if we had placed every idea that was placed in these community meetings, we'd probably have an amusement park here at Brooklawn Park, which I don't oppose to, but I think it's great that the community members all got together and really made it our project. We live by Brooklawn Park, including myself. I was raised all my life around Brooklawn Park, and I think it's great that many of you got together with all of us and really made it our own park. And as many of you have said through phone calls and emails and in person, and many times during this project, I know that your patience was well respected through all of us. I know that it was supposed to launch a very long time ago, and through some complications and so on, we certainly appreciated your patience through this. But as you can look at the end result for many of the partnerships that you heard from Pat and Mayor Mitchell, who said here today, the park is absolutely beautiful. And we're not done yet, right, Pat? We are not done yet. This is just phase 1 of the project. And I look at Inez because I know it's not her end road here, and I know that she'll continue to advocate for CDBG money for us here for the park. There's still many ideas that are floating around from many community meetings. I know we'll continue to have those and incorporate every idea of yours into the phase 2 and so on of this project. It started off with the baseball fields. Back then, we incorporated that idea of the many community members who wanted more fields. It was congested over there. And then to our playground and our splash pad. And it was certainly a pleasure to work with Pat and Christina and Mayor Lang, and then Mayor Mitchell, who took on this project from day one to make sure that it was completed in a timely manner fashion, so he can stop getting the emails and phone calls like all of us. But we certainly appreciated all the input from the community members. This is my favorite part of the job. As elected officials here and former elected officials like Linda Morad, giving you the end result of our partnership with all of you. And I know it's not the end of the road, and I know that I look forward, like all of you, to continue that partnership and incorporate more ideas into this park. It was well overdue. This park deserved the attention it needed for many, many, many years. And I'm glad that I can work with all of you to incorporate those ideas and work with Inez for funding and Pat to make this happen. And I know that we're not done yet, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Let me just call Inez up for a couple of brief remarks about the CDBG program and the benefits that it offers, and her hard work and the Congressman's hard work to help out.
Good morning, everybody. I am so excited to be here today, despite the weather, because this project really highlights the reasons why Congressman Frank has, for all his career, supported community development block grants. He has always said this is the kind of project that the federal tax dollars that you pay should come back to the communities and cities to do projects like this. It is about quality of life, and this really does provide a quality of life for the kids and citizens of this city. I want to thank especially Patrick Sullivan, who runs the program, and he has such a vision and really does get a lot of bang for the bucks that have diminished through the years. We've done what we can, and with President Obama, we've been able to continue to still have some funding, and we hope this program will continue to survive, because it's projects like this that help the city. The other reason why I'm so excited to be here is because this is my neighborhood, okay? So I knew as a young girl when that one day when I bought a house, I wanted it to be near Brooklawn Park. And so I own a home 2 blocks away. And when my kids were growing up, we would come here and use the playground and feed the ducks. And when they grew up, I've come here with my nephews and nieces to feed the ducks. And now my great-nephew, who lives not too far away, has enjoyed this beautiful park. So I'm super excited that this is going to have a legacy and will continue for generations for kids in the city to enjoy. Again, I think this is a wonderful project. I remember telling my husband years ago when I thought that perhaps we should buy a home with a bigger yard. You know, I have a big house, but not much of a yard, as a lot of homes in New Bedford don't have. And I said, you know, honey, we should have a house with a bigger yard so the kids could play. And he said, what are you talking about? They have Brooklawn Park 2 blocks away, and I don't have to mow the lawn. So he's a very practical man, and 24 years later, we're still there. My 21-year-old now uses the basketball courts, and we tried, Richard and I, the tennis courts, but that was not a very good idea. You know, that didn't work out very well. Well, anyway, I just want to say that this is thank the mayor, the city, the community involvement in planning it, all the folks who designed it, that put the work into it. It's a fabulous, fabulous project. I love it. It's right in my neighborhood. I plan to stay here until we die. According to my husband, that's the way it's going to be. And so I will continue to use this park with my kids and hopefully my grandkids. Thank you, everybody.
All right, thanks, Inez. So we're going to do a little bit of a tour. Is that, or we can? Well, anyway, let me also recognize Representative Bob Kazera, who has always been a big champion of the North End and especially Brooklawn Park. Glad to see you here today, and thanks for all your support on the project, Bob. Let me just say congratulations. This is great. I know that my kids will enjoy this, and I hope more kids and more grandkids will have that same opportunity too. This is a wonderful addition to the North End, and as Steve said, there's more to come. So thank you, everyone.